washing my face, I did put on some lip balm, and the time is 5:17. So yeah, I boiled some water and added some honey, and it's right here. I usually make the normal chai that is well known around the world, or I make some other teas like the mix I have ready over the time and frozen, that sort of thing as well. But today I was like, okay, I'll just drink some warm water, that's enough. And so what is this video about is like, something I should first mention, right? So today is March 1st, and what I'm trying to do is finish my first draft, like finish it to reach the end. Last year I finished my rough draft, which is more like nothing much but a collection of everything that came to my mind in a written form with bad grammar, worst spellings, like full of typos and like worst pacing and worst structuring and all that. But in the first draft I tried to modify that into good built-in structure, chapter wise content, and also better grammar, a little more description, all the things. And I know for sure that this is not something you'll be reading the first draft, that's for sure. But I plan to finish the first draft last year itself. So I plan to publish my book every year, so last year was also my book publishing year, like this year. So I was actually planning to finish my first draft like the first half of last year and get done with the second draft by the end, and start with the publishing process itself. So this year I was like, okay, if I keep on pushing like every day one chapter and every day two chapters, something like that, it's dragging on for a while because somehow things get postponed, right? So I was like, okay, I'll aim a weekend and I'll sit down and I'll not get distracted and finish the first draft so that I have the end, like the whole story is there, and I just need to add or subtract a few things in the second draft. I know that I won't be subtracting so much like I did in the rough draft to first draft conversion. When I converted to the second draft, I know I won't be removing so much. I just need to add in a little more hints and details over here and there, and edit out stories that doesn't make sense, especially with the end. So like that would be the part of the second draft, and also improving the way I have written, as in description, prose and everything. But for that I need to first finish the first draft, right? So that when I finish the first draft, I'll be looking for the publishing things like in the side. I'm doing my second draft and also finding editors and all that. But to do all that, I need to finish my first draft, which is what holding me back. So today on March 1st, which is like a Saturday, I have planned to do that. Not just today, tomorrow is also a weekend. So 1st of March and 2nd of March would be my deadline for myself. So it's not a lot of time if you ask me, just 2 days, and there's so many things to write. But at least I can say that I am very close to the climax. Like you have this pre-climax confrontation sort of thing, right? So I'm around there. So I would write around just 10 chapters, and mostly it is new content. It's not there in the rough draft because I kind of changed the climax a little. So like I need to write a lot, around minimum of around 11 to 10 chapters, and I know it's a lot. So considering just 2 days might be weird or might be like over pressuring, but I'm going to do it regardless, because the maximum of what I write will help me reach the end, which is what I need. I can try to finish the whole book, or I can try to finish 10 chapters and just one chapter is left, which is easy to finish anyway. So like that's what I'm trying to do. So welcome to this video where I attempt to finish my first draft in 2 days, like March 1st and March 2nd, and let's see what happens. I'll show you the word count and other details in a while. So let's get started. As you can see, this is the word count as of now. So before I start with this experiment, the word count is 59,498 words, and you can see that I'm around the chapter 29. Don't mind this chapter 30 because like I just added it as a placeholder or something. So I'm currently writing chapter 29. I've written around 1 to 2 page, and that's where I'll be starting this experiment of me finishing my first draft. So the total is around 41 chapters with an epilogue. I don't know, that might be a little change. Maybe 1 or 2 chapter might be added or subtracted based on where the story goes from now on. So let's see what happens. Let's see if I can finish my first draft. That would be great, because once I finish my first draft, I'm going to take like 15 days of break. I know ideally I should be taking like few months, but I'm going to take 15 days of break so that I can read the first part of the story, like in the first 10 chapters, because these chapters I've written very long back. So I have a ample amount of break for that, and I'll also have fresh context of what I've written in the last few chapters. I mean, I can always refer, but still. So I thought of taking like 15 days or maybe 20 days break from this work and get back to it. So let's start with this experiment. exactly 8:45. I kind of stopped writing around 6:50 because I felt like I was tired and I needed the rest. So also I had breakfast a little earlier as you saw. So yeah, now it's 8:44. So I took around 7:44, 8:44, 2 hours of break, and now I'm back at writing. And earlier I finished the chapter 29 and I'm going to proceed with the chapter 30, but the current word count is 60,938. So I have finally reached 60,000, which is wow. Yeah, so let's continue with the writing. Let's see how long I write before I take a break. So it's actually around 11:15 and I did write another chapter and the word count is 62,152 words, and to be honest, I could have written more, but I received a call from my family group and we were talking for like half an hour now. So I wasted around 40 minutes because for the call, and I made this juice, fresh juice. So let's begin with the writing session again. I might go for another break to prepare myself lunch and have a bath or something. So I think I'll be writing for around 1 to 2 hours from now on and then go for the break. Let's see how much I write before I go for another break.
Hold on. I'm gonna move in line with her right now. 1 second. Hello? Oh, shit, we lost Phil.
We don't see it. We lost it.
Finally back, as in like I have finished my lunch and also I have taken a shower. I have written some words. Let's have a word count now. Okay. After lunch, I have written a total of 64,633 words. I have only written up until like 2:30 p.m. I noticed that I was blabbering on and on about what happened before I recorded the video. So I decided not to dub the audio exactly for what I was saying and to tell a summary of what I was saying. So, like in the original video, I was just telling you that I had lunch, and because of that I had a delay, and also before that I was writing, right? During the time the camera storage got over, so I had to transfer the files to my laptop before continuing with shooting the video. So that was one break I took, and also I took a shower in between. So now I'm finally back to writing. Also the other thing is I took a long break after 2:30. The time I'm recording this video is around 6:30, and I just wanted to give you the word count. So this is not the total word count, but the word count of number of words I've written today alone. So it would be around 5 to 5.5k or something. I also do have plans about what I'll be writing, or like which up to which chapter I'll be writing today, and also I have some goal for word count. Let's see what happens. Since I'm getting distracted using my phone while I'm trying to play songs, I thought of going to the other room where I have the projector set up, and I thought of playing songs in YouTube or using the projector or some other videos, so I don't get distracted by using my mobile. So that's the details I was informing you in that video. So please don't bother about the lip sync or whatever I'm talking in the video. It's just I totally forgot about the fan. So yeah, let's go ahead and continue with the video. There is still time. It's just 9:20. Like I can continue with like the chapter I'm currently writing is chapter 33, and if you remember, I was in like chapter 30. Yeah, chapter 30 was what I was writing today morning. So I've written around 4 chapters. Not even 4 chapters complete. Like only 3 chapters done, and the 4th chapter I'm like, I just started. I've written only 1 page. So I mean, I thought I can come sit here and continue with the 33rd chapter, but then something happened. So I was taking a look at the outline I have for the first draft, and I noticed that 2 of the chapters, or like what to say, 2 key points of the same chapter, like those 2 points seemed a little redundant compared to what I've already written. Like when I planned it, it was supposed to come in that way, but those 2 key points have already been delivered in previous chapters itself, and it's already been given, like it's been captured already. So I kind of removed those 2 chapters, or like not chapters, those 2 key points which made up 1 chapter. I kind of removed it. So now I have lesson to work on. So if I think about it, I'm working on 33rd chapter. I mean, as per the current outline, the count is like the final chapter count is 36, and I do have an epilogue plan for like the last part of the book. Let's say 37 chapters, but epilogue won't be that long. So yeah, so 33 to 36 is like, it might seem like just 3 to 4 chapters if you think about it. But again, I have different parts in the same chapters. So in that way, if I split it like that, it's like more like double the amount, which is like 8 chapters or like 8 key points I need to write to finish the book without adding the epilogue. So I'm a little worried. If I go to sleep now, sure I'll wake up a little early compared to today, and I might finish like the chapter 33, which is like 2 key point, and early in the morning I might cook up something, and I think compared to today, now that I have a sense of where I am lagging, I'll be able to work better tomorrow. Though it might seem like just 3 chapters, I'll tell you what. So today I wrote 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 key points today. So compared to that, tomorrow is going to be a little high. But today, comparing the time I woke up, the number of breaks I took, this is like decent. It's not good, it's decent. Compared to today's chapters, like tomorrow's those 8 parts of the chapters, right? Those 8 parts contain like 3 to 4 of the 8 parts. Okay, let's say 3. They are like very minimal, like 2 to 3 page content. And also, since this is like the final pages of the book, it's like very small chapters, more or less around 6 to 7 pages at the max. And if it's like chapter which requires a lot of information, that's the only case it will take a little longer. Even if I consider that, I'm pretty confident I'll be able to finish my first draft tomorrow, and I'm expecting a word count of around 7k tomorrow as well. I don't know how much I'll be writing tomorrow, but 7 to 8 or maybe even 9. I don't think it'll exceed 9k. I don't know what I'm talking about, but again, yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep now. It's around 9:30. I won't sleep immediately. I might go and relax for a while before sleeping. Wake up a little early so that I can work on the first few chapters, which like consist of smaller key points, which should be around 2 page, and larger key points, which will be around 3 to 4 page. I'm confident to finish at least 2 chapters by like around the time I have breakfast. Like I'm confident about that. If I do that, I can take a small break and have my breakfast, and I also need to clean the vessels. I didn't find time to clean the vessels today, so yeah, I can do that. And then I'll be only having like 2 chapters for the whole day, and also an epilogue. So that's the plan. On the first day, I have written like 5.6k or something, maybe even 5.8k, and I've written around almost 3.5 or maybe 4, you can count however you want it, chapters. And I'm still left with 4 chapters, also an epilogue. And let's see what happens tomorrow. Let's see if I succeed in finishing my first draft finally. And that's it. I'm gonna go to sleep now, and I'll meet you tomorrow.